Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Right.
Off play action, it's Fields. Completed to his running back. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Here we go.
They'll run here on first down. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Hey, 10. Here we go. Go.
Fields out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Here we go. Right.
Fields on 3rd. Hauled in left side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Yeah. Here we go, son. You got a mini base. All right.
Play action, Fields. That's low and bounces short of his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Angel. Here we go. Good. Right.
From the red zone now. Headed out right. He's running with it. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Don't jump, ready?
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Hey, 10. Right.
Out Out of the shotgun, Fields. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Here we go. Hey, 10. Go.
Fields now on 4th. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this one does not go far. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Ow, look the hot.
They motion the slot man right. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's got it deep downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 38 out of the play, and it'll give them a 1st down.
All right.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
All right.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun, Stroud. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. A pistol snap, Fields. Built up this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
So that's the end of... back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They have second down and 5. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Third and long for him here. He's on the move. On the move, looking deep down the middle. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. The Jaguars in a punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Here's the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go.
Putting a receiver in motion. From the 31. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're going to face third down.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Here we go.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun now for Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Running it after the penalty. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here we go, let's go.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Oh, right.
Stroud now on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Gonna keep this one and go. And he's in for the touchdown. The Blues making a 9-point advantage. C.J. Stroud the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Blues make it a 10-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. This is reeled in by Reed. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Motioning him from the slot right. Shotgun snap to Fields. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there with Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here we go.
Fields now on third. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Jacksonville in punt formation. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And that is how you pin a team deep. That hits and careens out of bounds at the 3. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Down, down, down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a gain of 8, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Love it. Hey.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. On target to Musgrave. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Why, Tony? Under.
Back now, pressure on its way. He finds Odunze running the slant. And he's taken down at the 30. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, ready? Hey, Uno Mars.
In motion right is Metcalf.
Hey.
First down, Stroud. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Eleven. Hey, south. Today.
Here's Stroud now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Now a give left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here we go. 2J.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go, let's go.
Stroud off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out a yard or two shy of the 15. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's brought down for a loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jaguars' 17-yard line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Blitz coming for Stroud. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go.
Stroud. And after some relocating there, Brock, they track him down away from the pocket. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is up and good. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think. How many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
Another try following the sack. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go. Angel, Angel, Angel. Right.
Fields out of the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Blues, they're going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
I know he started the play as a defender, But gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown! He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
He's throwing for it! Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. We normally see this play from teams throwing for 6, Brock, but the goal line fade becoming just as popular a call, going for 2.
You like the old alley-oop, don't you, partner?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's really what this is, especially down in close like this. You're just putting it up at the rim, hoping your guy can go flush it.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long.
Don't jump. Ready? Go.
Trying again, following the set. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down throw for Fields. Nice catch along the sideline. Awesome body control to stay in bounds there. Oh, but we've got a flag on the play. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty.
EQ. Up.
Fields on 1st down. Able to get it to Reed. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Offense in the hurry up here. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Only one. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Hey, 551. Is that right?
A pistol snap. Fields has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Off play action, it's Fields. Buying some time right. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Complete on the option. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
All right.
Give now to the running back. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Look the hot, look the hot.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Short pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third and just 2 to go.
Look. Red. Hey, uno. Buggy.
From the gun, Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll give him a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Robin.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Has the connection to Odunze. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in San Antonio. Blues holding a 12-point lead. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
On the quick, right?
To the air, Stroud. He sends this one to the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! The Blues have likely locked up the win right there. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Blues go up by 19. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Trying to push it deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Chip clear. Hey, never mind. Monday. Go.
1st down from the red zone. This is reeled in by Reed. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here we go, son.
They'll try and punch it in. Punches it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get it back to within 2 possessions. Jags offense hasn't left since the touchdown. They're going for 2 here.
Easy.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Yep. Right.
Fields throwing here. And it's hauled in inside the end zone for 2. That trims the lead just a little bit.
26. Jaguars 15.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And they recover this one without a problem. The onside attempt fails. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Under. Right.
Hand off to the back. And he'll get this down to the 40. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Right.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Ow, what's that?
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Here we go, let's go. Right.
On play action, here's Stroud. And all their it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Here we go. Chip's clearing. Right.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Reed's got it. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Here we go. Extend. Right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Finds him over the middle. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go. EQ. Out, let's go. Right.
Fields out of the gun. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
A couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And the Jaguars sending out the field goal unit. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
We're waiting for that signal, waiting. Oh, they've got it! The Jaguars recovered! New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Don't jump, ready? Easy. Right.
Setting up to pass. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable, and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Mayday. Here we go.
Here he is to throw. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Go Mars, go Mars. Press right. Easy, easy, easy. Up.
One final shot here. Searches from the pocket. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And their run through the playoffs has reached the